Alright, welcome. Long time no see for most of you Dokkan dudes, but I figured this might be a good time to throw up a stream, because I think the amount of changes I've noticed in Dokkan in the last 24 hours alone have probably been more than I've seen in maybe a year's time in this game. I'm a little surprised, honestly, all this is happening for something, I guess, that seems as generic as 250 million downloads, but maybe that's just me, but there is way too much stuff coming. Like, I think some of the changes are already out right now. One of the changes before I get started with this is, I believe if you go to your Japan units and you just find... I'm going to find somebody who isn't completely leveled. It's kind of interesting how they did this. I'll just use this Goku as an example. So if I max level this Goku now... Yeah, there's a little option will pop up asking if you want to go to the awakening screen immediately, which will take you there, allowing you to awaken the Goku if you want to. Then you can awaken him, it stops, and you can level him again, and if you want to Dokkan him, it'll ask you again if you'd like to do that. It saves a couple clicks here and there, but to be honest, saving time in this game is half the battle for me, so I'll take that. That's just a big plus for me. In fact, I think that's going to give Japan a little bit of an advantage coming here, since it's going to be another global versus Japan type thing. And we all kind of know how those goes, because Japan's fiercely competitive, and global just kind of doesn't really care here and there, so... You know how global's going to feel shafted for the most part, but at least they're getting the LR Saiyan and all that to drop at the same time, so that's pretty neat. In fact, that LR Great Saiyan being from the Friend Summon is a lot more intriguing to me than the androids. I'm going to enjoy them far more. Because Saiyan Man and Saiyan Woman were like the very first, one of the first events they ever released in this game. Both their cards are severely outdated. So just getting any sort of help to those two would be nice. Because I know we're getting Goku and Frieza, but how many times in a lifetime can you have Goku and Frieza? Like, it's like, yeah, I get it. It's Goku and Frieza. That's real neat. Thank you. Remember Goku and Frieza? Well, here they are again for the 15th time. It's like, thank you, game. Kind of playing around with these buttons and everything. Apparently there's a ranking button now too. I think that's probably comparing all the friends you have. That's pretty neat. There's some other like little subtle changes throughout the UI and stuff, but you'll have to kind of go in and mess with most of them because there isn't really a detailed list of all the changes out currently. But a lot of the UI changes are here. It's just banners have to drop and the event has to start, which will probably be in the next few days. I'm gonna be rainbowing that Saiyan Man too. If it's anything like the old Friend Summon, it shouldn't be too difficult. It's just getting medals is half the battle. Alright, I'm gonna start this event. I'm gonna just... I guess we'll just start with a full power thing. I don't think Broly has any special select teams you have to use for him. I think this is just supposed to be a hype thing for the movie. Which is just... Man, the timing for this. It's like, they want to hype you up for the movie. They want to hype you up for the 250 million download celebration. I mean, a lot of people who spent numerous on the previous banners, I'm pretty sure their wallets are crying right about now. Because we just had LR Cell drop, and then the Android banner previous before that. The Android banner is not too amazing, but I know, you know, typically how people are. They spent thousands of stones here and there, and now all this crap is just dropping out of left field on everybody. And I could probably imagine Goku and Frieza aren't going to be the easiest to get. If LR Vegeta and LR Vegeta are any good examples to go by. You need Super and Extreme 5 to beat the higher levels? Got it. I'm not too worried about that. I'm pretty sure we'll be fine. What's really surprising is they didn't at least give, like, you know, a Broly card for people to level. I kind of assumed that would be the thing, but... That's not the case, but at least we get orbs out of this, so I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining in the slightest. Like, right there, just by beating that first mission alone, gave me about 100 of every orb. That makes me a happy camper. Oh, it's rating me in my friends list? Well then, it's time to make my own friends list feel bad. All I have to do is get to rank 33 or 35, and I'll be first in my own friends list. Cool. I could probably do that. I'm not too worried about that. Some might say I have special connections in this game. Some might even say I work for Bandai. You bought like 3K stones? I'm thinking, like, I have an extra 1,000. So, I had 3,000 stones a month ago. Dropped down to about 300 stones. Then dropped down to about 100 stones. Pushed it back up to 1,000 stones like 2 days ago. All this crap dropped, so I'm like, alright, so I have to probably bring it up to another 2,000 stones. So, for people out there who are legitimately buying stones the hard way, like, man. I gotta give them all the credit in the world, because I can't. The kind of money you'd have to be giving Bandai at that point is, like, in the thousands. Like, you're taking whaling to a whole new extreme. We're gonna summon the new... Well, I mean, it's a friend summon, so I'm not sure how exciting that's gonna be. And here we are at the friend banner. Got ourselves a normal Nail, a normal Tian, a normal Chiaotzu, a normal Yamcha. Can we get ourselves an R Pui Pui? I'm not sure. I mean, I might do it to show off the banner or anything, but it's not exactly anything to be like, damn, it's the friend summon banner. I've been waiting my whole life for this. Don't start conspiracies. Who started conspiracies? And when it comes to Dokkan Battle conspiracies, there are enough conspiracies that have started already that it's not even possible to not start conspiracies at this point. People buy Dragon Stones legit. You know, I'd be surprised, like, if you guys are paying any attention to, I guess, the Naruto Blazing game, like, people are not happy in that game with their vendors because they think that their newest cards, which is, like, I believe a Naruto and a Sasuke that just came out, the reason they're not a part of the banner is because of vendors, which is quite misguided, I'd like to say. But at the same time, I find it weird that they're blaming these vendors on that. And not on the company itself that's, you know, selling you these cards for extraordinary prices. I mean, obviously, Dokkan can't exactly claim the high ground here, because they're kind of the ones who started that shit with the LRs, because I believe the Naruto and Sasuke coming out are just the equivalent of, like, LR cards on the banner with, like, less than % rating, with a small chance of getting, I guess, Blazing just now getting on that action. Man, Broly looks like such a soft boy, man. He just looks so calm, and his presence is like, yeah, I'd never transform into a hulking, gaping monster at any point in my life. No. Never mind the strange collar on my throat. How many Vegeta animations do you think I'm gonna get? Haha. In the grand scheme of things, I think I've seen 6 so far. I'm not sure I've ever seen Vegeta Blue, but I've gotten Super Vegeta numerous times. In fact, the best pulls I always seem to get are when Hercule is riding Boo. I know that's pretty much like a guaranteed like Dokkan/LR summon, but every time I see Hercule riding like Boo, I typically get the best summons then. It's always like a multi-summon that has 5 SSRs in it, 2 happen to be LRs, and I'm not even kidding. The last one I pulled had LR Gohan and LR Bojack in it. LR UI could be a thing? What? Am I comfortable giving private vendors my account information? Yes, just because they're basically old friends. So it's like the vendors I'm using are basically just people who somehow got the ability to do these things. So I'm not exactly too worried about it. Plus, in cases like mine, so let's say I did give my information to a private vendor and they stole my account. Well, I actually have a presence in the Dokkan community, so that's the risk they're taking along the fact that I could just go out and be like, hey guys, so-and-so just stole from me. Never use them again. And then right there, just lose like 50,000 customers. So it's like, I'm not sure that's a risk they're willing to take. So typically when it comes to like Dokkan YouTubers, quotes, or whatever the hell you want to call us, we're pretty much a safe bet because people aren't going to steal from us because of the ramifications that happen if you steal from us. Versus a small person, it's like, oh, I could steal from them and no one would ever hear from them again. It's kind of how big companies usually do these things. Like, let's use YouTube for an example. Like, a video gets taken down, and like they complain about it. Well, the chances of YouTube bringing it back up are very small, but if you're a popular YouTuber, the chances of it coming back are near instant, because now you suddenly have a voice, and people are like, hey, this guy banned me. I'm like, oh, crap, he's got 5.6 million, whatever. Quick, unban the guy. It's like in all facets of life, that's pretty much the same thing. Do I think, man, of course they'll release a UI Goku. Just give them time. I heard some sort of talk about an LR Jiren, but I'm not exactly sure where that came from. And with the amount of LRs dropping right now, I don't even know how true that is. And the last day alone, I heard, like, you know, Saiyan Man and Saiyan Woman, which we have confirmation of. Then we had Goku and Frieza, which we now have confirmation of the art on. Then I heard LR Jiren, but I've only heard word of mouth about that one, so how true that is anyone's guess. And I don't know. I don't want to say it's false, but it's like, would they really be releasing 4 LRs in a month's time? It's pretty wild if they do. Did I hear about the Goku and Frieza? No, it's the first time hearing about it right now. If we have to set up different... Alright, we'll start setting those up now, because I'm running out of Gokus already. The thing I'm only thinking about with Goku and Frieza is just like... I don't... Like, outside of, you know, just getting them for the sake of getting them, are they going to somehow be better than the LR Gogeta and Vegeta we have? Because these two are the de facto best LRs in the game. There's no competition with these two. So, like, either these Frieza and Goku that are coming are going to have to be beyond broken, or there's going to have to be some sort of, like, mitigation in there that's going to say they're not that broken, but if they're not too broken, people won't roll on them. So it's like this weird sort of, like, thing you're kind of stuck in. It's like you'll have people rolling on it for just the sheer, like, awesome factor of it. You'll have people rolling on it for how good they are. You'll have people rolling on it for, like, I don't know, collection purposes. There's a numerous amount of things. What am I excited about is the Hollow Knight expansion. Hey, that's an amazing game. I'd be excited too. Predictions of what units are going to be in Goku's, Frieza's banner, both global and JP? Well, what I'm assuming is going to happen is they're going to be just like Vegeta and Gogeta's banner. They're going to be Dokkan Fest LRs, so they're not going to be like regular LRs. So every time they come back, it'll be in a Dokkan banner. So in their banners will probably be most of the Dokkan exclusive we've had up to this point, because we're also getting the tickets. And when the tickets come, I believe they're going to have every Dokkan Fest unit in the game, probably excluding LRs. So I have a pretty safe assumption that Goku and Frieza banners are going to be similar. And it could be a good and bad thing because of how diluted a banner that large can be. It's like it's got every Dokkan in the game, which is good and also bad. Because that Dokkan also includes things like, I don't know, like Ent Gohan. I know he just recently got an EZA, but I'm just trying to think of like old school Dokkans. So hopefully it won't be a little too diluted, because also too, that means the LRs you're going for in the banner are going to be in this giant list of cards. Did the whole 30 stage with Super Fi? Well, I'd imagine so. I mean, it is an Ent thing, so Super Fi would probably be the way to go. I'd be a little bit more impressed if he did the whole thing with, like, if he's, what, like, tech? So, like, a weakness against Broly? Now, that'd be pretty impressive. The Goku Frieza cards that are by themselves are TR, not LRs. See, I've heard that, but I don't know how true that is, because we don't actually know that. We have their art, and that's about it. And also, their art is, like, a 5-scaling different, like, Galarama of different versions of Goku and Frieza, so I guess we don't actually know how good or what the hell they're actually to be until they actually drop. Am I going to stop at 30 and keep going? Well, okay, so these kind of things is... There was one EZA we had where when you went past 30, I think it might have been Gohan's, like you could continue getting like better rewards that was just money. So I did that because it was like you can keep getting orbs, but like once the normal rewards stop and it's just like a crapload of Satans, that's probably the point where I'm going to stop, because, I mean, I don't need millions and millions of Zenny. I have billions and billions of Zenny already, and having more and more millions of Zenny is nice. But sometimes it's just, you know, outside of being like, wow, look how far I could go, and like maybe bragging rights, there isn't too much of a point in doing it. I mean, really, yeah, it's 2021 is kind of right. For most of the ECAs we've done up to this point, it always seems to be about 22, 21 plus when they start putting, like, you know, like they're immune to every single type except for the type they're weak against. That's when stuff starts getting ugly. But level 7, it's like, yeah, you could do this. Just kind of blink and they die. Like, so far, like, he's been pretty much one-shot each time we walk in here. Which one will I summon for? They say that's the good question. And I actually have to see the banners when they drop to know for sure, because there's just too much speculation right now. Because on one side of things, I still want Cell. I'm not trying to downplay the fact that I rolled a double LR thing. That was nice, that I got 2 LRs in the same roll, but neither was Cell, so it was like, alright, that's kind of depressing. I like Cell as a character, especially like Perfect Cell. And I have, you know, enough Gokus and Friezas to go around. I mean, don't even get me started on Angel Golden Friezas. I have enough of him for the next lifetime. Global, though, I don't know if this is a global specific unit, but they're getting another hit. And I looked at his passive and his leader, and it looks like if you use the hit correctly and have him first in the turn, not only will his ultimate have a chance at stunning, but his passive has another chance at stunning if he's the first in the turn, which is pretty good. I don't know why, if that's going to be a global exclusive or something to, like, pass it global players or give them, like, a, hey, vote for us, global's better than you. But that's a good start. I know some people are calling that hit pretty bad, but, you know, typically those people aren't reading what the skills actually do, so it's best to kind of ignore those kind. Why is Broly getting a fight for the movie drop? I mean, well, that was pretty easy, Naptoon. He's getting a fight because they want to hype up the movie. If this movie comes out in December, we're in August right now, it kind of keeps the allure alive. Like, Broly's coming back, and it's like, we announced this last month, but remember, here's a new event where Broly's still coming back. Make sure you buy a ticket. And even when Broly comes out, we'll probably have even more Broly events. We'll probably have, like, a pullable Broly card, etc., etc. This is just sort of like a, I don't know, kind of like people give you free samples of things. That's what this is right here. The day Strength Rose comes back on JP. You know, this would be your, there's a very good chance Rose is coming back, because if they do include every Dokkan, well, Rose is a part of that, so there's a very good chance he'll be back finally. Also, since it's going to be 2 separate banners, they'll probably, you know, typically do the Super and Extreme thing. And I think they just released what Goku and Frieza do. And I didn't get a chance to look at it, but if it's safe to assume that they're based around Super and Extreme mechanics, then an even better chance to have Rose in there. Even though his leader is... Okay, his leader's based around having a rainbow type of every Extreme type. He's still good to have on a team as a passive leader. I actually wonder, I'm going to look at that real quick, because I think someone just had like a weird partial translation of what Goku and Frieza are going to do. It's always in Spanish, because for some reason, the people in Spain or wherever seem to get these translations and stuff well before we do. I don't know why, but recently I've been noticing a lot of the translations keep coming from the Spanish servers first. Frankly, it's making me a little jealous too, because like, I want to know, how come they get to have all the cool stuff first? You figured it would come from Japan, because, you know, that's where the game releases first, but continually they surprise me. Or French, yeah. The French one I don't get at all. I guess France has this giant DBZ community we don't know about. Let's see, I'm going to sort this by new. I know a lot of people like to throw in fake things as fast as possible. Trying to find the actual translation for these cards is just cancer at times. Official stated, blah blah blah, recard 2 games ago, put tinfoil hat, blah 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 blah, can't make an AFP. I wonder, was that person lying about the translation? It doesn't help too that sometimes I see it on Twitter, and it's just a random person like, the translation's this! And it's like, alright, so who is that? And we don't know if they're telling the truth or not, so it's like, do we retweet this? Do we not? Are they telling the truth? And there's no way of knowing half the time. That's why the safe bets we always go with is like DBZ space, because once it's on DBZ space, that means the servers have updated, it's actually officially on the server, and at that point any translation is going to have to be legit, unless they themselves change the game. You think the Power Tournament team will be the best team when LR... No, I mean, it really depends on who they replace or not. Because right now, it's still really hard-pressed to beat LR Gogeta and LR Vegeta's teams. Because they themselves as units are just... They're just broken. Like, you have their 50% mechanic where they're, you know, they fuse and become a god. They themselves are strong cards as it is. Like, pretty much everyone on their team is just kind of a filler that's there for them, but they're so powerful that it doesn't matter because any team you run with them automatically wins. But Bandai has been getting pretty, like, I guess, transformation crazy. Pretty much all the Dokkan cards they've released recently have almost all had transformation mechanics. And since, you know, since the art of the card showed Frieza, first form, second form, third form, fourth form, Golden Frieza, and Goku is Goku, Super Saiyan, etc., etc., it could be like the transformation mechanic going even further. It's like you start Super Saiyan 1, and then you become Super Saiyan 2, and then 3, and then Super Saiyan God, and then Blue. I don't know how far they would take it, but at this point, I could see it happening. Is another Goku and Frieza card only apply to Universe 7? I have no idea. Until someone can actually put an actual translation for these cards out, your guess is as good as mine. Only apply to Universe 7 isn't really that big of a deal either, because the majority of the cards of the game are all from Universe 7. It's like you're losing out on, like, Kale, Cabbage, Kef Club, a couple random things, like... Oh, man. I'm trying to think who else. Chaba, but, you know, Chaba's like the worst card of the game, so you're not losing anything there. So even if it did only apply to Universe 7 cards, not really the end of the world, honestly. I don't know if you guys saw that manga recently, but it showed Master Roshi fighting Jiren head-to-head, and that caused quite a bit of strife with everybody. Surprised me a bit, because I don't get why everyone's so upset about that. All of Dragon Ball Super has had, like, surprising things like this. Like Krillin fighting Goku head-to-head, or God knows who else fighting somebody. Like, at one point we had Tien in the sky, like, fighting Piccolo and Gohan, but for some reason, Roshi dodging some of Jiren's attacks was, like, the end-all, be-all. Like, this couldn't happen. Super's blown it here. They've gone too far. After seeing that Goku Frieza transform each turn, I'm expecting to see a Boo card at some point. Oh, God. Boo's transformation? Okay, so if we were to go completely canon about this, it'd start as Kid Boo. You'd eat one of the Supreme Kais. You'd become Buff Boo. You'd eat another Grand Supreme Kai. You would then become Fat Boo. Then as Fat Boo, you would become sealed into, I guess, a case. Then out of Fat Boo, you'd be Fat Boo by himself. Then you'd have to watch your dog get shot, steam yourself out of your head, become like some sort of like raisin version of yourself, eat yourself, become Super Boo, and then at that point with Super Boo, start eating all the innocents of the world. Oh, jeez, and then you would, I think you got Gotenks first, you'd grab Gotenks, then you get Ultimate Gohan, then you become Ultimate. Oh, man, like the transformation mechanics of Boo, it would be a long, long, long time. I think it's just much easier for them to just go like, yeah, Super Saiyan 1, 2, 3, 4, God, and Blue. Good enough. Oh, that's right. Even after you become Boohan, then you would have to devolve into Buff Boo for a couple seconds, then devolve back to Kid Boo. So, yeah, I'm not sure how many transformations that would really allow at that point. Do I have another Japan account? I need one. Well then. Thank God you came to the charity auction. Oh yeah, I said the same thing on Twitter. Like, when people are complaining about Roshi, like, it was the dumbest thing. Like, I explained pretty easily, like, he's Goku's teacher. He's not going to mess around. He's nothing like Goku in that sense. He's incredibly intelligent. In fact, Roshi has really never been seen to be outsmarted outside of being comic relief. So, like, outside of his perverted nature, anytime Roshi's had to fight someone, he's nearly outsmarted them and outwitted them in every turn. I don't see how it would be any different with Jiren. And it's like, he didn't even do anything to Jiren. He just dodged his attacks. But that was the end-all, be-all with people. Like, that can't happen. Chapter 39 drops from the 21. If that's true and there's another new story mechanic, too, then, man. I'm just curious why Dokkan's going so all out then. Like, what is with all of these updates and changes? Like, I'm not complaining at all. It's just like, that is so much crap to drop in like a week's time. The last big event we had was, I guess, the 3-year celebration with LR Gogeta and Gogeta's release, like a big event. And I guess that was back in like February, January, so a fair amount of time has passed now. I guess it sort of makes sense to have like a big event. I want LR UI with Turtle. Oh, with Turtles? Oh, with Turtle, I got you. Yeah, his pet turtle. I thought you were talking about turtles for a second. Now that would actually be great. Like, yeah, the card will be him surfing on the back of Turtle. I'm down for that. Frieza Transformation Goku. We start as a little kid, then go Namek Saga, the Super Saiyan 2, then Saiyan Man, then Ultimate. Your guess is as good as mine on that. A lot of the times they do these, I shouldn't have had Gogeta take that hit first. Uh-oh. He hasn't transformed to the Super Broly yet, so he should still be safe, but this might hurt unless he actually dodges these. Ah, that wasn't too bad. I'm getting a little too nervous Nancy about nothing there. Whew. Man, every completion's giving us this one. I'm like, all right. I'm not used to really just kind of getting fed orbs like this. Normally, like, oh, your 5th one, here's some orbs. Your 10th one, here's a couple more. Your 15th one, every single victory is like, here's orbs, 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 orbs. I'm like, just in time. Apparently, the manga, he did already know about Ultra Instinct. They showed Vegeta transforming into his Super Saiyan God form with the red hair in the manga quite some time ago. He never did it in the show, but in the manga he did know about it. But the manga has all sorts of wacky things. Like, when I learned about the Cell Juniors being on that island with Goten and Trunks, that I legitimately thought people were just, like, screwing with me. Like, I'm like, there's no way, you're lying to me. That can't be a thing. The Cell Juniors were killed a long time ago. And, like, it's legitimately a thing in the manga. You go there, Android 17's island, he has all the Cell Juniors there hanging out, beating the crap out of invaders and stuff. I'm like, okay, taking some liberties here and there. Vegeta has Super Saiyan God. Apparently Roshi can fight Jiren. Apparently the Super manga is like just a whole new ballgame of stuff. Super Saiyan God Vegeta win? Probably not for a while, because they just did Super Saiyan Blue Rage Vegeta not too long ago. If they did do one, it could be like some global exclusive thing, but I don't think we would see a Super Saiyan God Vegeta for some time now. Especially with the amount of the stuff dropping. Like, when all this drops, we won't really see like a new Dokkan for probably a month from now. Maybe longer. So they've been able to regenerate the mini... Well, that's what I was told is they've regenerated because there were mini cells, but it just seems weird that we hear about them after the Buu Saga, after the Goku Black Saga, after Beerus, after Frieza's return, just some random thing where they were hanging out on an island the whole time? That would just kind of baffle me a bit. I'm like, okay. If we suspend our belief in reality for a bit, it makes sense. I thought the Cell Junior were dead too. That's, see? You had the same reaction I did. And the only reason I knew about this is because when they announced LR Cell, like, I went to look up some stuff about the Cell Juniors and Cell, and like some biography was telling me about it, and I was like, well, that's cute, it's a fan fiction. Nope, it's real. I'm like, okay. And that's when you learn what the manga is doing its own little world. In fact, there is a part in the manga where all the gods of destruction fight each other. Instead of like, so after Goku Black Saga happened, if we recall, like, Goku had to do like some preliminary match against the big justice guy, I forget his name, and Gohan got poisoned by the wolves, and like this whole like little preliminary battle before Xeno started the tournament. Apparently in the manga, it was all the gods of destruction fighting each other. It was kind of wild, and apparently like it got so big, so crazy, and so fast that Xeno was like, hey, we can't see any of this. Like, this is boring now. So like it shows the Grand Peace teleport down and stop Beerus and the Rat God of Destruction from fighting each other, like with fingers on each side. It was kind of supposed to show too that the Grand Priest is apparently insanely powerful, like stupidly strong. If he's able to stop Beerus and the other God of Destruction with a single finger, it's like, look at how crazy these dudes are. So I think the manga's going to go in a whole different direction than the anime did. Yeah, Topo. Yeah, the Lorax. That's a good name for him. I like it. The Lorax. Hey, we're almost at 22. Isn't he supposed to evolve? Maybe at 20 he does. Like at 15, they typically Dokkan themselves, but I guess not yet. Yeah, they stayed in the anime, but we never really get to see like how cool the Grand Priest is. We only get like to speculate constantly, like, oh man, the Grand Priest is probably evil. He's gonna kill Zeno, or like, there's a big master plan behind this the whole time. Nope. Okay then. So that's why it seems like the manga is more going in the direction of what's going on with these angels and why are they so strong and so powerful and what evil desires could they possibly have. It was kind of crazy, too, because it kind of, when they were showing the gods of destruction all fighting each other, like, each one had their own unique, like, wacky thing they would do. And in terms of strength, it actually showed Universe 7's Beerus, our universe, obviously. Beerus was, like, almost stronger than nearly all of them, except for maybe 2 to 3 of them. Because it started off with all of them ganging up on Beerus. I guess they were mad at him for some reason. And he just started taking them on one by one by one. They even talk about how they had to team up to even beat Beerus. Which wasn't quite the case you get from the anime, because the anime kind of shows that, you know, they all didn't really like each other too much, but not that Beerus was, like, much stronger than the rest of them or not. Yeah, God of Destruction Topo is in the game. He came out with the Rage Vegeta Blue. It also introduced the Dokkan of the Bunny Rabbit guy. Topo, Vegeta, and a couple other people. Which is why we probably won't be seeing too much Tournament of Power stuff for a while now, because they've kind of exhausted their ammunition. Then we got, you know, the Jiren Dokkan, we got the Ultra Instinct Goku. We're just pretty much kind of done with them for a while, so hence they're going back in time now. That's right, that's right. It's good you mentioned that. They showed that Beerus had knowledge of Ultra Instinct. Like, he learned it partially. I guess not completely, though. But, like, it showed him close his eyes and kind of do what Goku does whenever he goes Ultra Instinct. And Whis, like, started explaining what Beerus was doing, and it's like, oh, wow, that's really cool. So they kind of gave, like, some sort of indication of what Ultra Instinct was before it just randomly happened to Goku. But then again, I guess if you read the manga too, it's like, it almost kind of looks like Roshi had Ultra Instinct, so apparently everybody knows it. I think the big question we're going to have to see is, like, fighting Broly here, is if in the movie, obviously we saw Goku go Super Saiyan Blue to fight him, but, like, everybody wants to know, will he actually transform in the Ultra Instinct in the movie? And there seems to be, like, a pretty big split of people saying yes and no, and to be honest, I don't really know for sure. Since they're going to make the movie canon, and which Broly means he's going to become legit, because both Dragon Ball Super movies have been canon at this point, so when Broly appears, he'll officially be a part of the DBZ, like, lexicon at this point. I could see him transforming into Ultra Instinct at the end to beat Broly or something, like some sort of, like, last second, he can only do it once thing. They Dokkan the Phi UI Omen card to MUI in the free play form if it would make sense. Yeah, they would. It's possible. Probably not now, but it's possible in the future. God damn, keep those stones coming. Man, every time. I'm getting like 70, 180, 200 of those. Ugh. It's beautiful. I need so many tech orbs, too. Dokkan has a thing with tech units. I don't know what it is, but every unit I seem to get, like, recently has been tech. So when it comes to tech orbs, I'm completely out. When it comes to something like strength orbs, though, I have so many orbs I could probably, like, 100% awaken 3 people separately. Oh, they're gonna Broly. I don't really think they care too much about balance and things like that. And if you're referring to Dokkan itself, like, Kale's not exactly balanced to begin with. She's kind of an okay card, not too great. But it would be interesting if they make mention of, like, since she's, like, Broly's going to be canon now, if they talk about when Broly comes and he transforms into his legendary Super Saiyan state, if they have, like, a flashback memory of, like, hey, I remember when that one crazy chick did that, the Tournament of Power. I wonder what that's all about, because if they could explain what's going on, I'd be okay with that, because they've never really explained that Legendary Super Saiyan thing. Growing up, my own headcanon to that was basically like the story that Vegeta always tells Goku about the transformation of Legendary Warrior was like referring to Broly, not him specifically, but like that is the Legendary Transformation they're always talking about, but the version Goku transformed into is like not the same thing. She's a great beat stick. Yeah, she's got a decent passive, but I mean, so many people have passives similar, it's not really that big of a deal. Patora Fusion, I'm not sure if they're going to go the fusion route. They could, because it'd be the first time Gogeta's come back in a long time. Like, they did already the show of Vegito Blue. This would be their chance to bring back Gogeta if they do. Obviously, well, you said Patora Fusion, but if they just did a normal fusion, I don't think they would do Vegito's fusion in a movie. Go to the next level. Alright, I'm kind of planning on doing that anyways, but... Alright, Broly, my man. Transform on me. What? Legendary Super Saiyan Broly is whack. UI Super Saiyan believe Vegeto's ass? Well, that does rhyme. After they said this Broly... No, they did say... I was even saying that myself. He will be canon at this point. But that's the thing, is like... Broly wasn't canon before until the movie. This would be the perfect time to make Gogeta canon as well. Like, why not do both at the same time, right? If you have one, why not do the other? And that's just speculation, obviously, but it does have Goku and Vegeta fighting him in their, like, fancy Arctic trench coats in the middle of wherever the hell they're at. One thing I'm really surprised about is them including Frieza in the movie. I don't know if that's just, like, some sort of, like... something where, like, fans are really, really into Frieza recently, so they're like, let's throw Frieza in there to make them happy. Because, from the looks of it, Frieza's just gonna show up, get his ass kicked, and that's gonna be the end of Frieza. What is canon? We're talking about the new movie where Broly's going to be canon now. Broccoli will finally be, I guess, real in all of our hearts and minds. I guess they decided that since people accepted Kale, it's like, well, we might as well bring Broly in because they're going to be accepting of him now, so why not? Also, he's without a doubt like a huge money bring. Like, everything involving Broly is always like... makes a crap load of money, has a crap load of fans, just one of those things where nobody really understands why, but he's just super, super popular. Technically, it's a different brother of semantics. Yeah, that's exactly. You're kind of getting the semantics at that point. Imagine Frieza trains another 4 months. Well, yeah, apparently it's possible. In Resurrection F, they explained how Frieza never trained a day in his life, but he went off for 4 months to actually train because he was a prodigy, and because of that training, he transformed and became Golden Frieza. Goku and Vegeta even state that, like, if he'd spent longer, I guess, maintaining that golden form of his, he could have beaten them at that point. So this far into the future, it is possible where Frieza could have trained himself to a certain point, but since the movie's going to revolve around Broly, it's just going to serve the purpose of getting his ass kicked. And people being like, wow, that was cool. Frieza just got his ass kicked by Broly, and then we move on. One thing I'm curious, too, is who they actually have voice Broly this time. Because Vic What's-His-Face, the dude who does Edward Alec from Fullmetal Alchemist, has been the voice actor for him for, like, the last 3 times. It makes sense to get him again, but if they change it up, it might sound a little different. All we've heard so far is him yelling without actually talking, so I can't say for sure who Broly's voice is going to actually be. The manga caption says that once the legendary Saiyan awakens their power, it keeps growing until they self-destruct? Whoa. Well, that's the problem. Yeah, they don't really accurately explain too much how to control it, because from what we learned about Broly, they needed to have, like, his... He has the collar right here. You see it around his neck. That's what his father used in the original movies to control Broly. With Kale, she had no such controller, and her trigger just seemed to be kind of random. Anything involving Khalifa would make her go pissed off, but she seemed to overcome it at some point. She even had that, like, Super Saiyan, like, weird form of her, where she was, like, calm. So it's possible Broly could have a similar form. And that's the thing, is, like, they knew the story of the legendary Super Saiyan, so that's kind of why... When Vegeta talks about the story in the earlier sagas, I always assumed he was referring to something like Broly. Especially because we see how every single person in the show can transform into a Super Saiyan at this point. The legendary Super Saiyan transformation seems to be restricted to one person. Oh wow, Broly did get, like, quite a beef up there. Not only that, he's actually hurting me. Oh, let's not have Goku block 3 of those next time. Actually, no. Keep it this way. He'll hit less, but I'll also get hit less. I'll take that trade. You lost your account if you see black eyes. Can you tell me the number? Sure. The chances of you seeing your account specifically are probably next to nothing, but I'll certainly give it a shot. What is going on with his ultimate? Jesus. They really had the artist kind of go just a bit above the extra mile for this. We need a specialty. He needs to be pushed against the snow. The snow. He also does a blast cannon out of his mouth. He shoves you against it, blasts you through a mountain. All sorts of crazy crap. Yeah, I don't think it's going to summon Ice Pillar every single time. I think the reason they're, like, just in Antarctica for whatever reason is because probably his spaceship or whatever the hell just happened to land there. That, or maybe they don't go to really, like, Arctic lands too much, so it was an excuse for them to draw Goku and Vegeta in, like, Arctic clothing. He really likes to shout. He really does like to shout. Yeah, the thing with Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta's, though, is his is just, like, a really long hydro pump thing. This one actually seems to have, like, just constant animations going on. At this point, he's immune to stuns, attack down. Can't... Okay, I can still defense down him, but pretty much I can't interrupt his ults anymore, I can't stun him, and I can't weaken him. But overall, my defense stats still high enough where unless he's going to hit somebody who isn't of the correct typing, they'll basically, like, the only damage I could take is from someone like Gogeta. But Gotenks and Gogeta both, well, I guess Fusion Gogeta, since we do have 2 Gogetas on the team, but they're 2 separate cards. That's the thing about Dokkan that confuses me when you're talking about cards these days, is like, if I said Gotenks right now, it could refer to 2 separate ones. While Gogeta's going to have the highest defense here, he's probably also going to be hit the hardest no matter what happens. So, Gotenks, you go ahead and take that. Gotenks the second, you go ahead and take that. And Gogeta, let's pray for maybe a little less pain. I also said the legendary Super Saiyan appears every 1,000 years. Yep. I think trying to remember this too is like a lot of the things that they did back. My God, 150. Jesus Christ! A lot of the things they did back then were so things like Cell didn't exist at the time. Things like Broly didn't exist at the time. Dragon Ball Z itself wasn't like the super powerhouse it is now. So it's because of a lot of the changes that happened now to then. You could basically safely say a lot of it was just retconned. is we don't really know what was going to happen, what really means anything, and people contradict themselves constantly. Should they get shot twice in the leg or fight Jackie Chan or Bruce Lee? I would rather fight Jackie Chan or Bruce Lee. Because by fighting them, I can tell them, hey guys, I have no chance of fighting you, so can we just, you know, call a truce here? Or they're pretty good guys in general, they're not going to beat the shit out of me. If I get shot twice in the leg, that's just a lot of pain, no matter what I do. There's no getting out of that. Anyone chat, are you friends with... Sean Sington, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but... So Dokkan... Damn, dude. Probably has close to, like, 50 million plus players. The chances of someone in chat knowing that exact person are very slim to none. Especially when we're playing the Japanese base game, so you're asking all the English players if they know this. Your best bet, to be honestly, is just asking Bandai themselves or sending us a support ticket for your account, because chances of someone actually knowing that account are slim to none. Oh, nice. When I get 2 more stones, I'll do another multi for sale. I don't want to go under 1,000 at the moment, but I keep getting about a stone per kill, so... It'll give you a free excuse to do another multi-summon. Oh, this team has Gogeta, Gogeta, and Gogeta. Wow. The temptations. I ask, and they all need is my user numbers? No, you shouldn't need specifically just your user ID. If you also provide things like payment receipts, etc., there's this whole like spiel you can send them. Like, if you don't know your user ID, you can send them like the last units you used, your last leader, like the team setups you currently have, like email receipts of payments you've made, blah blah blah. They're pretty willing to give you accounts back if you spent money in the game. So, if you spent any money at any point, you have a good chance of getting your account back. That poor ice block every time. Yeah, you could get a Dunogan account, but I don't think starting over is really in anyone's future here. I never spent money in the game? Well, that might be more difficult then, because Bandai's a little greedy in that sense. You have a chance to get your account back, but they're much more like, oh, this person spent money. They could spend more money versus like, this person's never spent money, so, maybe. Yeah, I will agree. Dokkan's surprisingly actually getting some hype behind it. I think it helps the sheer amount of content coming out. My opinion, who I think is the best waifu of all time? Are you referring to DBZ or just in general? I'd probably give it Videl in the Videl in the DBZ series. Bulma early on I found annoying in Dragon Ball. She's a good character, but man, she was annoying. Chi-Chi got unbearable in freaking Dragon Ball Z. So, I mean, Videl started off pretty good, kept going it pretty good, and then maintained being pretty good, so I have to pretty much give it to her. In Super, she's not as great, but at least in Dragon Ball Z, Videl was a great character. How many tickets do you think I'm going to get? That's also something I'm looking forward to greatly. I don't know, because I've spent literally maybe close to like a 10, 20, 30,000 stones in the last year, so hopefully enough to make something happen. It's really surprising, too. Like, they basically skipped a year. So the first year Dokkan was out, they did every 50 stones you get like a ticket thing. And then the second year Dokkan was out, they did it as well. But like the third year, they just skipped it entirely. Wasn't too happy with that, but now it's nice to see that they're bringing it back. It would be even better if they're including the year they basically skipped out of, but I'll give them a pass. I believe the stones also go back to July 21st of last year, which is right around when I got this account, so all the stones that were spent previously on this account and all the stones I've spent on this account at that point to now. It's got to be a fairly large number. Oh, man. Why, Broly? Which Gogeta is he hitting here? Oh, that's my Ent 1. Ow. Yep. Oh, that's right. It's not just strictly being under 50% health. I believe like 6 turns have to pass before they transform. So when shit starts getting rough, I just basically have to hold out and survive. And since I can't use any items, that might be easier said than done. I'll just keep using my tanky dude. I have a rainbow LR Gogeta, but like with Goku and Frieza coming out, I probably won't have a rainbow version of them because it's just going to cost too many stones and too much time to get that. It's funny you say Dokkan Battle port the PC when I'm playing this on a Nox player on the PC. It's basically already there. Emulators are a godsend for people who are trying to stream. Now to start a debate, which anime you prefer, Dragon Ball, Naruto, personally prefer? I mean, just for nostalgia reasons, I'd prefer Dragon Ball, but I guess maybe story-wise, probably Naruto would be better. The thing about Naruto I didn't like too much is they spent just eons just going crazy about freaking Sasuke, and it's just like, I don't care about Sasuke. Like, by the time Shippuden like halfway over and they were still going on and on about Sasuke, I was kind of like, alright, dude. You knew the guy for like 2 seasons, if that. He's gone. Time to move on. But man, they pushed that whole, we gotta save Sasuke thing so goddamn hard. Will I stream the family EZA or tournament? What? Are you referring to global? I was like, the family EZA. I was like, what year is this? In fact, I think I have the entire family EZA all maxed out. I would if I had a global, but I don't really have a global, and nor do I have plans on getting one. I like the fact I can kind of play everything first on JP, and that's pretty much good enough for me. I don't need to be playing it 3 times over. My friend Kakashi is faster than Goku? What? That's also kind of the unfair thing. So when people compare anything in any other universe against a Dragon Ball Z character, I always just do the simplest test. It's like, alright, in Dragon Ball Z, at the start of the freaking series, Frieza used his index finger and committed mass genocide against a planet. He literally eradicated a planet with his finger. And it's like, so you think of any other show, like any other anime, like they all have cool powers and everything, but who destroyed a planet with their finger? And if their answer is, oh yeah, nobody did that, then pretty much never compare people to DBZ, because it's always just an unfair comparison. It's like, there's not even a hope in this galaxy or universe that anybody in any other show can fare up against these people. I remember seeing like a weird OVA anime once of like One Piece, Dragon Ball Z, and some cooking show. And they tried to fight Goku in the middle. And they tried to like nerf him a bit. But it's just like, everybody watching knows this. It's like, in their own universes, these characters are strong for sure. But when you like space them out against fighting other people, it's not even fair against DBZ characters. Portos Dead. Huh. I see that meme quite often on like YouTube videos. It's like, hey, so is that anime about Boruto's dad? Oh, well, nice to see you too, Broly. It's been 15 minutes, we're immediately ulted me in the face. Oh. He actually hit my Gogeta for about 14,000, so he's actually starting to crack through the... Uh-oh. That's gonna start hurting a bit. Naturally, the defense is massively high. Some of the highest in the game. Well, people compare anything to anything just for fun of it. Like, I used to do the same thing when I was younger. But, like, when you really, really think about these things, it's kind of like, no. One Piece is actually legit good. One Piece probably is good. It's just been going on for such a long time now, I can't really keep up with it anymore. The chances of Broly ulting Gogeta are pretty high here. As long as he ults the correct Gogeta and leaves the last one of the turn alone, I won't die. The fact that they dicked me down the 30th anniversary, went 750 stones and didn't even get a single variation of Gogeta. Oof. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I did a stream like a month ago when they came back, and I pulled 4 of them in 300 stones. Like, that might have been some of the luckiest crap I've ever seen in my life. Like, I just brought a random guy with me in stream, we were just talking about nothing. And it was like every other multi-summon was like, here's another Vegito, here's another Gogeta. I'm like, how am I just pulling these LRs out of my ass like this? It's like people have gone thousands of stones, haven't pulled a single one of these. Am I doing the EZA on JP or Global or just J? Well, I could let you guess at the Japanese lettering on the screen that I'm actually doing this on JP. You know, Gintama I did hear good things about. I never actually watched it myself, but it's more like a parody anime. But I've heard great things about it because it does like great callbacks to a lot of shonen anime, I believe. What anime do I watch? Right now? And I get that question a lot, and it's just kind of like, I kind of feel like a deer in the headlight. I'm like, I don't really know. I'm starting to watch My Hero Academia because there's like enough episodes now where I can watch it without being like, I have to wait every single week for a new episode. That makes me depressed. The last like real anime I watched the entire way through was like Hunter x Hunter, and I'm still depressed that like it just ended, and the guy who writes it's like pretty much like on a near permanent hiatus. That was an incredible show. Then Super ended sadly, so my flavor DBZ kind of ended for now. I have good faith it'll come back because it's the most popular anime in the world internationally. Like, there is nothing more popular than Dragon Ball Z, so I have good hope it'll come back at some point or another. Hopefully at least this time with maybe slightly better animation, because that's always been my biggest critique of Super, is like the animation was pretty shitty at times. Gintama has legit serious parts? Well, Neptune, everything has legit serious parts. Even if it's like a parody-based anime or not. I mean, hell, even Fate Grand Order has serious parts. Defense! Angry! Oh, that's right, I have to... let's do a multi-summon real quick. What is even on this banner? I know it's like double SSRs, but like, yeah, slug, fab, blah, blah. That's a good Vegeta, yeah, blah, blah, blah. All the monkeys, but all the monkeys are getting Dokkans. That's pretty decent. Hello, James Z. It's too wordy for me to comprehend. What? That's not a good critique, Neptune. Too many words. Oh boy. Probably not going to be great. Tagsu! Ah, perfect cell, but not the one you want. Krillin. An angry dragon. Nappa. Deborah. Oh, that's right, Deborah. Kinda forgot you're in the game. And Bobbity. Oh, back to back. Aren't you guys special? And Perfect Cell. A shitty Raditz. And Android 18. I'm gonna do one more just because I don't like getting shafted on multis like these. I don't need an LR per multi, but I also don't want Android damn 18. Oh, see? The timing's always right, baby. Guaranteed LR, motherfucker. Please be Cell. I'd be super cool if you're Cell right now. Don't you say Shaft. I don't want Gohan. I don't want an LR I have already. Okay. Or you can give me an LR I have already. At least he's not rainbowed, so. God damn it. Alright, continue on. Prefix de salut. Prefix. See, I wanted Cell, but the other version of Cell, I don't need another Trunks. What the hell is that? Oh, wait. That's actually, I needed, okay, I didn't need this Frieza, but this breaks the last chain of the Frieza I needed. I'm okay with that. Is that one-armed Vegeta? Oh, man. I don't even know what you're doing on this banner. The legendary character incoming! Yeah. Alright, well, it's not bad, because I can break some more, you know... I can make some more paths for him, but still, I just want Cell. Jesus. I feel like I pulled every LR in this banner except for the guy who's actually featured on the banner. It's like, don't be so selfish, man. At least you got an LR, but it's like, but I just wanted Cell, man. Am I confusing actually with that anime, the small kid in green black spike there who goes on a boat to become someplace to become a monster hunter? Yes, that's actually Hunter x Hunter. And that's actually the best part about it is because that tricks everybody. You watch it, you're like, wow, it's just like a typical anime about some happy little go-lucky kid who goes on an adventure and does happy things. It's like, oh no. Hunter x Hunter is just like, from pretty much like episode 20 on, is just like, it goes full Game of Thrones on you. It's like anything you've ever loved or you like enjoyed about the anime will just crush into little pieces in front of you. A Dokkan versus Miriam? Who do you think? Oh, Miriam easily. Miriam is like Hunter x Hunter's variety of a DBZ character. How strong they made Miriam was just stupid. Like, I don't want to, like, drop spoilers for anybody, but, man. It's funny, too, because if most of you should know this, but Miriam's based on the combination of Frieza and Cell. Like, the artist actually got inspiration for Miriam from Frieza and Cell. If you can't obviously tell from the fact he looks just like Cell, but with purple diamonds all over him, just like Frieza. It's like, oh, wow, where have I seen that before? Well, yeah, you have to try harder, because, like, that's the thing, is, like, if you're starting and you're just starting, like, you're giving up at the very beginning, that means you're not, like, getting to, I guess, might be the anime's fault, too, because if it doesn't entice you at the beginning, then it's not the anime's fault, but at the same time, whoa, the increasing quality that show goes through is astronomical. Yeah, get him, Go Tanks. Don't we all have memories like that? When I was 6 and stuck my dick in the fan? Great. Did I have Gogeta block him 3 times? I just made a big mistake. This is gonna hurt. Oh, the dodge, though! Legendary, my friend. Don't get ulted. Yeah, there you go. I would have the 2 Go Tanks together, but I need Gogeta to be in the middle. Let's do a little change around. I'll toss you over here. I'll give you a little bit of this. Give you a little bit of that. I just need you guys to survive the turn, and if you can do that, we're good. What do you say, 62,000? Okay, maybe not. Ow. Alright, we might have to switch to a full-on physical team after this. It seems like all of our units who aren't physical at this point are, like, tickling. Don't ult my Gogeta. Wait, he could still possibly dodge it? I think? I don't know how this works for him. Nope! We lived with 35,000. I think we're gonna die. This is not a high defense character I'm using here. 20,000. Oh, he's totally done. God damn it. 179 health, you could do it! Ow! Goodbye. It's my favorite theme from Dokkan. Oh, dude. Don't even get me started on that. A Rails theme is amazing. Gogeta's theme is amazing. And there's one other one I'm forgetting right now, but there's like three themes that are just out of this world in this game. Let's see here. Alright. I guess we have to go full on physical at this point. Time for a change. If we're going to do full physical, we need to switcheroo who's using the leader here then. Because I know LR Gogeta will have a secondary leader, but it's probably not as good as Gotenks' true leader. Let's see. Yeah, his secondary is plus 90. And Gotenks will probably be around that 170 or whatever the hell it was. There's a lot of Gotenks cards, wow. I'm still salty I don't have Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. I'm hoping one day a banner will come back that contains them. One day. I was 120, that's still 30% better. Alright. Change your places. Don't worry, Trunks. Actually, in a little bit here, you're going to get even stronger. Let's do something like... There's plenty of dodge here. There's plenty of high defense here. There's plenty of counterattacks here. I like it. It's easy, too. You don't have to do shit. It's just they're all Saiyans. Go for it. And I just clicked back without confirming that. Try that again. Say yes this time. Hit all the S buttons. What is that orange button above this now? That must be another new thing. What the hell? Is it changing to the previous TV you're using? Oh, that is awesome. But don't accept it. God dang it. Don't introduce something cool and then change it on me. So if I close it out and you forgot the TV you're using, you can click this and it'll put it back to the TV you were previously using. That is amazing. I like that. That is an A+ change right there. Alrighty. I like me some quality of life. I'll stick the secondary leader as Gogeta. While the second Gotenks would be 30% higher, a secondary LR Gogeta is much better to have. When is Goku appearing in Smash? Run LR Gogeta lead? Double, well, yes. But running a double LR Gogeta lead is pointless at this point because running him as a pure leader means you're giving him fusion stats. His secondary stats are physical only when it give you as much as you need, so running a double leader in that sense actually is going to do you less good. My Hero Academia openings are cool. Openings? What do you... I don't know what that means. You're like referring to their own gacha game? Which would make sense. I'm sure they have their own gacha game at this point. Let's see how much you hurt my Rainbow LR Gogeta. I'm assuming even as an ultimate, not much. Yeah, 17,000. Try again later. What's my favorite anime opening song? I think the best one is probably Yu Yu Hakusho's. Ah, the anime opening, gotcha. I don't know about that one. It's good, but it hasn't caught on to me yet. Yeah, I realized you said the show now. I was making a team skip the part of the chat that was talking about the favorite opening. Somehow read my favorite opening of My Hero Academia. I was like, what the fuck? Favorite opening? What does that even mean? And then read back and realized, oh, yep, now I get what he means. Now I feel like a dumbass. Alright, Gotenks is the safest one because he can ult early. I wanted Trunks or Kefka there, because they have a higher defense than Gotenks are going to have, but hopefully just overall he won't take too much damage. 20,000 is not too bad, as long as you're not getting ulted to the face. Metal Gear Rising song keeps me up in the morning. Metal Gear Solid has some great songs overall. Like, I still listen to Snake Eater to this day. Which is so weird, because it's like, you wouldn't think a song that's quite literally about eating snakes, like the lyrics are quite honestly about eating snakes, would be so, like, compelling, but apparently it is. I like the Overlord op songs. Overlord op songs. I'm not 100% sure what that one is. I may actually know what that is, but I'm not quite sure. Also, with YouTube being as it is these days, and the constant copyright problems, many of the opening songs, unless they have like special permission, they're always pitch changed, sound different, in a different language. I can go on. So trying to find openings for songs I used to like is a lot more difficult than it used to be. I bought all the FGO opening. What opening songs? Would this technically count as opening songs? Over those anime with the guy who goes to the game world, and it's the old skeleton guy who's basically dumb but commands an entire nation's worth of army. How many tickets do we expect to get? You know what? I'll try to do the quick math on that, because honestly, it's going to be a lot, but I really can't tell you like an average number, so let's see here. Let's do a calculator. If I did it 50 stones, let's do 50 times... But 100 pulls about 5,000. This is 50,000, so if I divide it by... I'm going to say probably close to 400 to 500 tickets, somewhere around that line. It's going to be a fair amount. Like, unfortunately the case, like, people who use vendors and things like that, so, like, expect to see people like The Truth and other people that have, like, just an absolute crapload of tickets. Like, when it comes to those kind of things, like, the ticket count is still going to cost for your amount of stones that you spent. So, by basically buying quote-unquote cheap stones, like, we're just getting an overall advantage out of this, so when it comes to it, it's going to be a ridiculously stupid amount of tickets. And that's why it's just kind of hard to actually mathematically narrow down, because I'm going to have to go back and just count the thousands and thousands and thousands of stones I've spent. Now, when you say 8 FGO opening songs, are you referring to when you click on, like, the missions and, like, a song starts? Or, like, what opening songs? At most, he'll have a lot. That's for sure. Like, I'm trying to remember some of his older videos that were, like, 5,000 tickets spent, 4,000 tickets spent, 3,000 tickets spent. So, like, 5,000 divided by 50 is 100 tickets right there. So if each one's around that, it's like 100, 200. Yeah, 2,000 is a pretty fair estimate. Yeah, it's from January 21st, 2017. I might be a day off or so, but it's not January, July. July 21st, 2017. I don't know why I said January. You're looking at about, from a year ago, add in an extra month or so. Trailer songs? That's what I thought, Nap. That's fine. It's just like I didn't know what you meant by opening songs. Ooh, broccoli. You're gonna feel this one, baby. Sorry. The 1000-day LR Goku in September 26th. You know, it's funny you mentioned that, because that Goku's kind of already outdated in a way, because if you do the most current Super Battle Road, you pretty much get a Goku as of equivalent. Oh, thanks for subbing in, Dank Clink. That noise confused the crap out of me for a second. I hate when I change those things on Streamlabs and I forget which noise I use. So I'm hearing the constant same music and then it just decides to throw in something random. I've tried to keep the subs and things down to like simple jingles, because I know for a time, like, especially on popular streams, if like people decide to start subbing in once every 5 seconds, we have to hear the DBZ 3 theme about 15 times every minute. Gets a little old. $29. I got 2 more. I was gonna say, like, man, so far I figured the last 2 would be a little more difficult than this. What are the requirements for mod if you need any? What? I don't need mods. Trust me, I've been asked plenty. We got the mod thing covered. I actually went in recently and I looked at the I guess the amount of users who've been banned and ignored on this channel. It was over 265. I unbanned every single person we've ever banned before, because I didn't even recognize half of them. But along with that, I also looked at the approved users and the moderated users, and I think I have still close to about 15, 20. I think that's good for now. And also with YouTube's very own, like, spam crap. Like, since I have slow mode on for, like, a certain amount of chat every 2 to 3 seconds, people can't really spam. And if you say, like, super vulgar language, like, I don't even have to mod at that point. YouTube's personalized, like, oh, man, you said a bad word. We're gonna eat you now. Yes, the Family EZA is coming. In fact, it's been out for quite some time. I play Naruto Blazing in the sense that I downloaded it again after not playing it for nearly a year, just to roll the new banners coming out, see if I get the Naruto and Sasuke, and then probably uninstall it again, because I kind of had this feeling for a while that when Blazing introduced PvP, they kind of, like, it was a good idea, but what they did with PvP was a bad idea, because they started focusing the banners around it, so it feels to me like Blazing is a dying game. So I'll probably play it for the fun of it, as the fact that it's like, hey, there's free banners I can do rolls on, and then probably uninstall it. If I'm kind, mature, loyal, and active, can I get mod for respect? I didn't realize the moderation of this channel revolved around the Saiyan race. Dank Clank, I'm going to take a guess at your age. I'm going to guess 14. Am I close? Possibly 15? Blaze Valley was dying when they focused so heavily on the PvP on it? Oh yeah, see? I knew I wasn't the only one thinking that. Because if anything, you'd feel like Dokkan would be the dying game. But in the end, it felt like Blazing was the one that overcame it. Because by all intents and purposes, Dokkan is a game where you pop bubbles and do, like, weird things, and there isn't really too much about it. Well, actually, Blazing had, like, some pretty fun mechanics around it. You could actually strategize with units and things like that, and somehow that became the dying game. So it seems like their own poor choices kind of put them where they are now. I'm 14, going to be 15, 17, 24. Congrats, man. But that's the thing, Storm, is like, I liked the PvP too when it first came out, but then they were like, every unit they released was like, okay, this is now a PvP specific unit. You have to roll this so you get a PvP, so it became super pay to win. And if there's one thing people love, it's pay to win. Alright, number 30. Let's see if you say what you got. See what you got, what it takes. When do I think it'll come out? Today's the 20th, 22nd, 21st. 21st is a safe bet, but I'm going to go with the 22nd. Why laugh? It's funny because I'm not because I'm young, because I was not asking. No, I'm not laughing because you're young. It's just because people type, unless they're trolling people, like there's like a certain sort of mentality you type with on YouTube and anywhere, and you can kind of tell a person's age just by what they say. It's like a psychological thing. This was easy as long as you had LR Vegeta? Yeah, it's just like when these all came out the first time. I didn't have Angel Golden Frieza when this came around for, I believe, Goku, and I could barely do it then. It's like these EZAs always follow, like, do you have one specific unit? Yes, you can win. Easily. No? Prepare to struggle. The 25 starts 21st, the banner coming 28th. Yeah, that sounds about right. Because there's multiple banners coming, so when you say a banner, you have to kind of clarify. At least I think so, since LR Saiyan drops at 2 AM PDT. Yep, and that's the friend summon update thing coming, which probably means a lot of the assets and the changes for the friend summon change banner are already in. That's why it'll probably be here later tonight when the reset happens. LR Saiyan is going to help the Boo arc team's Kai. Is it? Because I looked at what LR Saiyan did and... Is that correct? Because I felt like his passive was just like increasing like strength and stuff by using ultimates. Let's see here. The Great Saiyan! Oh yeah, you're right. Super class, key Eli, key +4 and defense +50, extreme class enemies defense -70. Yeah, that's a mighty broken passive. My god. That puts the LR androids to shame in every way. I was only looking at super attack last time. My lordy. Yep, in the category Majin Buu Saga as well. My goodness. That's the only category he's in too, is the Buu Saga. I guess I see why, though, because it's Gohan and Videl, so anything you can put Gohan in wouldn't also apply to Videl. Oh, yeah, I was going to say, so many people have so many friend points to spend, because, I mean, like, obviously they put everything on the premium gacha. They don't want people to not spend money, so the friend points just been full of crap forever. The only reason I would ever summon on it was just to get Hercules statues to sell. So, Addy, you get an extra reason for people to summon on those again is nice. So, I'm sure a lot of us are going to have pretty much a Rainbow Saiyan within the next couple days easily. Because once the weekend hits, too, you can pretty much do every banner because all the medals you need are just from, like, that hero villain event thing that comes on weekends only. It's just a matter of, like, if some people probably have the medals just kind of laying around at this point. They'll be able to have an LR Saiyan within the minute they're rolling him. You know what? I'm going to use you, Vegeta, just because you're going to have the highest chance of countering and just ending this at this point. And unfortunately, my Vegeta Blue is rainbow, but my Super Vegeta is not. Counter number 1! Ultimate number 1! Punch in the face number 2! Punch in the face number 3! Counter number 2! Counter number 3! Ah, there it is! Man, guess you played yourself, Broly. Sorry. Oh, of course, yeah. The key +4 and defense +50, while also extreme class enemies defense -70. That's that is a next level passive right there. That is insane that a free-to-play card is getting that as well. I would start Japan, but when I try to play, it just shows black screen Japanese words, so I'm a quit about it and makes blah 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 blah. Gonna need a little bit more than it just shows a black screen with Japanese words. Also, if you're referring to, I believe that message is only shown to people who have like a rooted device or a not rooted device, depending on what thing you're using. I'm gonna beat this on round 31 just to put my ranking above people below me. What did I quit FGO? I didn't quit it, it's just like, god damn, dude, like, the amount of gachas I had to play was becoming ridiculous. It's like, spend money in this game, spend money in that game, spend money, spend money, spend money, spend money. It's like, man, I remember when I used to play video games, it didn't revolve around me spending hundreds of dollars every time I turned it on. That's like the downfall of these gacha games, is like, they would be so much more fun on their own if it just didn't revolve around, well, time to spend another $100, time to spend another $100. It's like, perhaps we could just play the game for fun? You know, game's meant to be fun. I know it's sort of like a lost cause these days, but yeah. See, the reason Hybrid Saiyans, you know, I was going to mention that, but Hybrid Saiyans isn't on there, probably because Videl's on it. Videl isn't a Hybrid Saiyan. She's just a human, so they can't have her on there because it's a combination of the two. That's why it just is Majin Buu Saga, because they're both from the Majin Buu Saga. Long time no see. Long time no see indeed. What do I think of the chances of getting 25 stones a day? Kind of like the 200, probably low. 25 stones a day? That'd be awesome. Chance of that happening? Very small. I wished. 25 stones a day, like every second day you could do a free multi-summon. I mean, that's the wishful thinking. That's the kind of wishful thinking I like, but that's a little too wishful. How am I doing? I'd say about 50-50 right now. Just like Rage Vegeta isn't on Pure Saiyans, I think. I don't know about that, but that's a little weird if he wouldn't be. Sometimes things, you know, are like that just for, like, balance reasons, because this harks all the way back to the days of, like, the Shadow Dragon Saga had Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and Omega on it, but not Super Saiyan 4 Goku. So it's like, what the hell? So then you have to start doing mental gymnastics to be like, well, he actually went Super Saiyan 4 at the start of the Super 17 Saga, blah, blah, blah. It's just like... Sometimes these are just kind of done for balance issues, because if that Rage Vegeta's like on every single team, then it just becomes too powerful. Hey, if it does happen again, I'm all for it. I feel like though if that was the case, though, like, the news would be out already and people would be talking about it constantly. Like, did you hear about where you get 20 stones a day? I can see maybe 5 stones a day, hoping it's true. Then maybe Zenrot will bring back daily despair summons. Global still has those going on. Yeah, I never really like those, like, things that's like, you get, like, a ticket or 5 stones a day. And the banner you pull on every single time is like, here's Pan, 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 a Shadow Dragon Pan, 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 Guldo Pan, 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 Pan. Might as well just start relabeling those, like, just the Pan banners, because the amount of Pans I have, yeesh. What even is Zenrot anymore? What do you mean by that? Comment Vatu? Oh yes, I am French. Oh. Yeah, so the hidden secret French fan base continues to pop out of nowhere. There really must be just like a very large DBZ following that's French for some reason. I can't imagine watching DBZ in French. I'm sure it sounds delightfully hilarious. Don't follow him, but friends retweet him anyways. I mean, Zenrot's still Zenrot. I mean, he pretty much did what he did on the subreddit just now on Twitter, so... that's, I guess, why it feels like things to me haven't changed any, because it just kind of feels like that they were before. Except now we don't have to moderate a subreddit full of insane people. And we can somewhat enjoy the game on our own time, rather than trying to update tier logs and tier lists and ban people 24/7. Because that got annoying real fast. Especially now, because I believe the subreddit's up to, like, a stupid number. 72,000. God damn. I feel bad for Reddit moderators. I do, because people are always to jump on them like, moderators are being too strict on us and blah, blah, blah. But I wish I could show someone someday, like, when you click, like, the new user, new, like, threads submitted button, and every 10 seconds, there's, like, another 30 threads, and you have to delete, like, 29 of them. Wow, that was insane. Alright, so from this point on, I'm only getting Hercules statues, so I believe that clears all of Broly's Schlingabobbers. Oh, I didn't get any missions for completing the whole thing. That's a little sad, but oh well. Let's see, blah, 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 blah. Submissions, 10 stones, yada, 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 yada. Super Battle Road. You know what? While I'm here, before I end this, I know Super Battle Road's still here. I'm going to beat one of the Super Battle Roads I haven't finished yet, because I kind of want to do that. Which one's this baby at? Rockley Tech. Perfect, actually. It's been so long since I've done the Super Battle Road videos, and I feel like the units I have now could probably crush this. Alright, Daddy-o, let's change here. Let's see, got a Rainbow Broly to go with this time, got a Rainbow Frieza, got a Rainbow Ginyu, got a Rainbow Tech EZA Cell, got a Rainbow Yip-Dip-Dip-Up. Let's put you next to Bingo. Oh, that was easy. 3 almost tanks, 2 decent dealers, 1 multiple healer. Alright, I'm gonna give it a go like this. Chi-Chi's always nice. Bop, 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 bop. With the Snake Princess being nice. Ghost Ushers were always your best friend. And 13's got some more defense behind him. Alright. I don't want to just get squashed immediately, but I feel like enough time has to have passed at this point where I should be able to beat this, no problem. Like, this is almost like a full rainbow, like, highest tier tech extreme team you can make. And if I still lose, then I don't know what to do. I give up, game. Alright, I want to maintain cells. Let's see. If only I had some better links to go with them. That's my only downfall here. I'm thinking like, well, 2 of them link with each other, kind of, sort of, and 1 doesn't link with them at all. Great start. Alright, damage isn't too bad for Ginyu, which is good. And if Chaozu and Krillin hit self for probably even less. Yeah, 1,000. Perfect ult, actually. 78k. Ow. Dragon Ball Super Broly card doesn't have that dumbass lowers defense when he attacks. Yeah, all the Broly cards seem to have that. I don't know why. Oh, and Frieza's here. On a turn where I have less than 50% health, so he won't defend worth a damn at all. Perfect. Just in time. I don't know Zamasu's next, but normal Zamazu's on this turn, which makes that a problem. Frieza won't intercept any of the hits. Which means I'm going to cut my losses and just restart this. Game over. Oh, that's right. I don't always have to use the Broly. That's just the one they offer me. Forgot about that. Beautiful. Give me a Zamasu instead. Man, that Eller Ginyu. What a selfish tank over there. Like, I got you rainbowed out and everything, but you don't link worth a damn with anyone. I can get 4-4, but that's going to be harder. Wait, no, wait. It's actually perfect. Thank you, Broccoli. Much better. Alright, now with having Zamasu ult first, overall the damage I should take throughout this entire turn should be decreased at least by about half or so. Well, that's interesting. Whenever they ult you now, it sends you the ability of what it does. So, like, under the damage, it showed, like, strength increased. So it probably means that Krillin, even though we just killed him, had his strength increased the following turn. Then it used to tell you that. That's a nice little quality of life change. I'm down with that. The key's just not there. Yeah, that's been extreme text problems since, like, their inception, unfortunately. But we're right above 50%. Get some. So now Frieza can just intercept all these hits from me like a good boy. And if we can just murder Yamcha before he even gets a chance to hit us, this could be pretty much a freebie turn. Nope. Frieza actually wasn't above 50% health. We started the turn and our health moved above 50%, but it must have been below 50 when it started. Thank you, Frieza. Of all the quality of life changes, they couldn't have made that one. When the turn starts, if his health is 50%, even after someone increases the health, it still counts at 50%, man. Oh, if that was green, that would have been perfect. Damn you. Damn you! God, if I could have Cell just like 3 orbs would be fine. Even 3 would be great. Damn. Why is that gonna treat me like this? I could have probably ended this on this turn if one orb was a different color. One simple orb. Yeah. So Chaozu ulted us, and it showed like a strength up. Now you look at Chaozu's icon, he has like a strength increase. It actually tells you the buff they put on themselves on the previous turn when you get ulted. I really like that. The orbs are indeed screwing me, but this time for sure, Frieza was above 50% health. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that one. Yeah, much better. 20, 18. There you go. Latta boy. And a random ass dodge. Doesn't matter. It would have been hit for a 15 anyways, but I'll take it. If I have to restart this again, I'm going to probably take Ginyu out because he just does not link with a single person. Very selfish. Tien's attacking twice. Alright, so maybe the best and safest bet to kill at this point. And with both the Zamasus constantly coming on rotation, we're healing from their damage over and over and over again. Extreme techniques, yeah. They need a complete overhaul anyways, but just getting this done once is fine with me. I don't have to do it again. I just need it done one time. And like I said, I think honestly I'll be able to handle this. Barring like random dumb things happening, like I have a strong enough team to do this easily. Putting Frieza in the middle breaks the links of everybody, but it also makes sure Chaozu can't do shit to us. Can anybody ult at all? Nope. Orb placement sucks 30 dicks. I could just get Broly to ult one time. And it didn't bring that extra purple one down. Great. So, Frieza it is. You get to block the hits. Congratulations! $500. There you go. And the normal attack brought him down anyways. Perfect. But when I used to do this, if I recall, using 1 to 2 items was kind of like the bad thing. So, because there's 4 fights in all, you have 8 items in total. So at most, you want to use about 2 items per fight, because then you know that you go for the 8 parts there. But saving as much as you can for the final fight is obviously more ideal, but at least it allows you at least 2 items per fight. Hey, it's Saiyan Man and Saiyan Woman. Perfect timing. They're old, completely and utterly busted, worthless cards. Ah, yes, this I do recall. When there's 2 of them, they attack a shitload. And they also have massive attack and damage bonuses. I'm gonna pop a Chi-Chi here. We're being attacked close to 7 times throughout the entire turn. That's, even with proper blocking defense, that's a lot of damage. 1 ult pretty much ends it. Have I ever been arrested before? No, I'm thinking... Yes, no. I have not been arrested before, thankfully. I hope you haven't been arrested either. Now, if I ult, does the same thing happen? It's going to show the buff for me? No, because I guess it would show it on them. It's just for the enemy. Now my Veil hits us. Now it says she gets an increased strength. I really, really like that. Because I never pay attention to the buffs the enemies have, ever. This at least allows me to show some notice to them. Oh, actually it does. When I hit him with that crit, it showed him getting defense down. Oh, that's amazing. All of them attacking in one spot. What? Oh, what a bunch of buffoons. It's the worst thing they can do. Frieza's gonna eat all that stuff up like a sponge. Coming alive for the 1,000. Another 1,000. Ooh, 800. Not even 1K. 1,200. Oh, man. What a beautiful tank. Uh-oh. This one might hurt a bit. Ooh. Maybe I was making fun of him a little too hard. 1K, 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 124,000. Well, I felt that one. Which is the best EZA unit? So far we've gotten Super Saiyan 3 Goku's good, but like Cell I want to say is still the best. It's just overall for what Cell did as a passive, the fact that his passive was good before, only made his passive even better now, so probably Cell. Especially if you get enough orbs for the guy. He's becomes a tank, unkillable, and does extreme amounts of damage. What SA is that friend LR Goku Black? That's a good question. I didn't actually look at that. Hopefully it's not something too low. Oh, not Broly. God damn it. Yeah, he heals, but I mean, like, his heal... When you're using a team like this, you already have LR Goku Black to heal. Cell's heal is really nothing in that sense. 20 out of 20. It's just probably mine have better stats overall. Yeah, because mine's about 75% through the dupe tree. You know what, so I'm going to keep you there. That's my safest bet of not having you die. In fact, I'm about to have Dokkan come up. That's right! That's all coming back to me, how I used to do this. Alright, don't hit the Dokkan, just kill her here. That way the next team, I can just Dokkan immediately and just wipe out their entire team. Nice! My boy! Now with the beautiful Dokkan bar where it is, we'll probably be fighting Trunks and Vegeta. Probably their super forms. Alright, not their super forms, but it doesn't really matter. It's 2 again, so it follows the same rule. They're both going to have a crapload of health. So we're going to have my LR Zamasu take the full amount of damage here. No matter what's going to happen, there's going to be a Dokkan here. I should have brought a little extra ki boosting. You know, with both of them on the starting of the turn, it brought me up to 203,000. I have to hope that the Dokkan would kill him, though. Because if we get ulted twice, we die. I've done this before, where I overestimate how much the Dokkan's going to do. We will heal a bit, but we get ulted twice and die. I say, I ain't risking it, so pop it up, Ader. Thank you, Purple Orb, for blocking all the other green orbs right there, which would have let this guy ult for me. I really appreciate that. Super Saiyan Tech Broly is the bane of my exit. Yeah, well, he's just a terrible card for this. Like, Super Saiyan 3 Tech Broly is like, it's just bad. He was a bad card on his release. He's a bad card for this. It's like nothing goes well for you with this. Wow, that was pitiful. Yeah, that's what I thought. That wasn't going to do as much as I thought. They split their HP a lot better if there's more of them. So if this was like a team of 5 or a team of 4, it would have actually broken them down the middle by quite a bit. But since it's only 2 of them, it barely hurts them. And Dokkan Attack does heal, but the problem is I don't want to accidentally die at the end by getting ulted twice. Pulled LR Beerus on a single. God damn you people who pull LRs on singles. I don't know how you do it, but congrats. Oh, what a painful turn, too. LR Ginyu really is just a liability in every way. Well, try to kill Vegeta. Try. Frieza can take the brunt of everything. If you guys want to ult him now, I'd be cool with that. Or I can ult too. I'm down. RNG's just on our side. I don't think I've ever in my life pulled an LR in a single. I'm not even sure how people do it or how it's possible. I pull a lot of LRs. I pulled one earlier in this stream. But, like, it's never in a single. It's always in a multi-zone. Come on, Ginyu. Just kill Vegeta for me here. Or not. Having Cell start's not a bad idea. But I want Cell actually to be in the back here. He can take the brunt of the blows. This should kill Vegeta. And this should also allow it so I don't have enough orbs to ult with. Oh, what a pain. Now, don't ult me, Trunks. What the hell, man? I thought we were buds. 100,000. Yeah, I'll take the additional attack though. Alright. Down. Well, Trunks did ult already, so if I recall, they can never ult twice in the same turn. Yep, and even with a small amount of orbs, Cell's taking a good brunt of that. Shit, I didn't see what my health was in there. I had Vegeta enter the turn. That's 4 bars. It's possible I started that with above 50%. And the orbs once again tell me to go screw myself. Only got LR Gohan from the 3rd year on Global. I got LR Gohan on Global as well. Would you rather Rainbow the new Frieza or the new Goku? Probably the Goku, just because, I mean, I don't know. Goku fanboyism. Plus, if they're going to work the way I'm thinking they're working, where they're like doing like a constant evolution, it'll be pretty cool. And ow, don't ult me, man. It's going to kill me. God damn it. Yep. Alright, Ginyu. Sorry, buddy. I thought you'd be useful, but I misjudged you greatly. Greatly. You're good on your own team with your own links, but that's all you link with. I did pull in Perfect Cell, that's right. Or semi-perfect Cell. I didn't have him the last time I was doing tech, and this was one of the most needed cards for this team. Alright, let's try this again. Also, I'm going to change this because the World Tournament's over. There's no reason to be using Broly anymore. I was using Gogeta last time. I will change the friend thing to Vegeta this time. Alrighty. I feel like the new Tech Frieza will be a better leader for Extreme Tech since he has Extreme when it leads without any restrictions. Most likely so. I mean, they always release cards that are basically just better versions of the old ones, so good chance of that. And hello, Eric Brown. Hello. Hello. We're starting with 5 this time, so it's going to be 5-2-2-5 probably. Have I seen the card art for the new Goku Frieza? Yes, I have. They actually all look really good. These guys really like to starve each other for ki for some reason. And I can't even hide all the blue orbs away. Well, Frieza, you don't really deserve all of this, but apparently I have to give it to you, so eat up. The worst card who can ult is ulting. But both Bird, Zamasu, and Broly are neither ulting. Great! Can someone explain what's happening for 250 million downloads? Too much. I guess in latent terms, it's going to be global versus Japan, quotes. Every day there's going to be like little events you something do to like see who's better. Each version's getting their own versions of cards to release. We're getting a new friend summing with LR Saiyan 1 and 2. There's a bunch of updates to the actual game coming, but I think that's for Japan only. There's multiple LRs coming. I think some are for global, some are for Japan. There's new events coming. I think there's a new story chapter coming. And some other crap I'm not remembering. A lot of good shit. You know, I like that. Call it good there. A lot of good shit's happening. Oh, don't ult him. Ow. Why you gotta be so rude, guys? How does Japan beat global but don't have more players to play? How does Japan beat global? Don't they have way more players? Japan players must grind like hell. It's a matter of... there's a lot of factors that go into it. Japan is fiercely dedicated to the games they play. Japan also is the home of where these series come from. And sometimes Bandai likes to, you know, I guess just push some love towards Japan because it's also the version of the game that's like 6 months in the future. Bring the TUR Goku Black? Ha! I would if I had one. I've been already using my black dupes to get my own black, the rainbow, let alone having a secondary TUR black. Let's just try to get Bardock out of here. He's going to be the hardest hitter of the entire team. Also, with semi-perfect cells, similar to how I used to do this with super teams, just by having him on the team alone, that means my merge Zamasu is going to hit that much harder. Dark Slayer of Evil is subbed in. Well, thank you, Slayer of Evil. Hopefully we can slay some evil now. The Dark Slayer of Evil... Wait. That kind of seems like a contradiction. LP is full of tryhards. Japan. Hey, some Japanese comments. Nice. I really don't get those unless we're playing Fate. Whenever I used to stream Fate all the time, it was my favorite thing in the world was whenever I'd look at chat and half of it was in English and half of it was in unreadable Japanese. I didn't even understand why they were watching. I'm like, I can understand you. You can't understand me, but here we are. How do I like the new stage? I haven't tried them yet. That's why I'm beating the old ones now, so I can go do the new ones and actually use fun teams rather than these crappy teams like Extreme Tech. Oh, man. Whoever designed this team should be put in a room somewhere. Or should you guess for Slayer? You joke, but these guys, they hit pretty damn hard. You know what? I'm already going to sell all these orbs just in case. I'll take away that sting. Oh, thank you for subbing, Eric Brown. Oh. It may sound like I don't care, but it's just like, you know how it is with YouTubers and the whole spiel. Thanks for subbing. Remember to hit that like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, do a somersault, yada yada. You know the whole spiel. Because Jay would have liked too many blacks. That's right. White power in this team. Have you tried the Great Ape cards yet? They seem to have... So, part of the updates they had is the Great Ape cards will contain their orb buffs and become apes, which is what made them so weak before is... So if you put, like, someone like Fasha in the potential system, and she became a Great Ape, all the buffs she was getting from the potential system just disappeared. They no longer mattered. But they changed that with this thing to all the Great Ape people will now maintain their potential orb buffs and etc. And since they're all getting their Dokkans now, giant teams may actually have some sort of point. Can I read your comments? Nah, man. I'm sorry. No one can read anything. Super Battle Road turns cards you a fuck all in terms of damage and absolute monster. Well, that's kind of the thing with Super Battle Road is, while this was fun when they introduced it, it was also very sloppily done because it's just like cards with increased stats to hell and beyond. Alright, there we go. Much better. The only good thing Extreme EXT has going for it is just the sheer amount of self-healing it actually does. Am I joking or kidding? You asked me, can I read your comments? And I said, no, I can't read your comments. I'm going to let you figure out for yourself if I'm joking or kidding and the fact I can read your comments. Just think about it for a second. The fact that I'm responding to you, can I read your comments? Oh, that's nice. That's nice. That's nice. Excellent. Yeah, Frieza. They still one hit hard in terms of what? If you're talking about the great apes, or who are we talking about now? You think anything bad's gonna happen to the modder now that you can see them on the leaderboards? I have no idea when it comes to mods because it depends on what sort of mod the person's using, what they're doing. There's too many factors that go into it. My god, what a shitty orb field. Good lord. Well, it's not like the apes were never really there to do damage per se. It was just mostly kind of like, alright, they're just survivability aspects. It's like they became an ape and you survive 2 more turns. But yeah, their ape forms are less exciting because they never have ki, they don't really do anything, but this will make them better overall. They may not be the best still, but it's going to help them be better. So you get 1 ticket for every certain students. How many do you think I'll get? When I was telling people earlier, I'm thinking around like 100 to 200 tickets probably. Might be able to read us anymore, but we will still remember him in our hearts. I see what you did there. Funny guy! Why do these orbs hate me like this? What have I done to deserve this? Alright, that's going to be a little too painful. So anyway, no, I'm kind of stuck with it. Got him in the middle, but I want everyone to be able to ult, so rather than having a turn like that, let's just say... No, I don't want to die. Alright, by using the ushers, it'll keep them in the same position they were this turn. So if Frieza pops up and then perfect on the next turn, I can have Frieza kind of intercept in the middle there and take all the hits. That's if Gohan survives the turn, which from the looks of it, he will. Which is better this way because I'll know the turn order they're going to be in. They won't just be thrown all over the field this time. Perfect. The orbs still screw me, though. What is the deal with these orbs? Alright, well, Frieza, you're taking that spot, because I actually need people to do damage sometime this century. And Cell, we know for a fact you ain't gonna do shit, because you're strictly here as a support, and pretty much it, so... Here, have that lone blue orb. Don't spend it all in one place. But at least 3 dodge into the hidden potential for every unit. I pretty much do that. In fact, the golden Frieza you're looking at right now, he's rainbowed out. He has dodge in all spots that he can put dodge in, because for a unit, he does no damage. There's no reason to put damage in that golden Frieza. He's strictly a defensive unit, so he's all about tanking and dodging. And ow, that ult right to the face. Can we please kill Gohan already? I'll probably get some green orbs out of this. Oh, perfect, perfect. Orbs for everybody. Cell, and you're pretty much getting the same either way, so... Just kill Gohan. That's all I gotta do this turn. Kill the child prodigy. I believe in you. And we let him alive 1 more turn so he can hurt us a little extra. Thanks for that. Looking like a couple 30,000 hits to the face. Yeah, Rift Super Saiyan 3, really, I know. Just, do not get ulted, please. Thank God. Alright, Cell, even if he gets ulted, we should be fine for the amount of orbs we gathered there. 2,000, yep. 4,000. Good boy. Now comes the problem of... Frieza doesn't have enough to do this. There's no way in hell these guys are going to do enough damage to kill Goku. And we're getting close to using the Dokkan, which is also a problem. Right. What do we have active currently? Tried defense up previously, but if Goku ults us once, it's pretty much over no matter what. You know what sucks about the new category, type disadvantage? It's always sucked. Because type disadvantage in this is just the end. Try not to grab the green orbs. Try to save it for the following team. Uh-oh. Try to save for the following team. The entire bottom row is green orbs. I cannot ignore them now, no matter what I do. Great. And outside of a miracle, there's no way that Goku's going to die this turn. Candy Vegeta and Fulge? Yeah. Most people with Clutch are dodge. Like, I defeated the super agility one with Kefla. Because all she did was dodge. Damn it. Why do you have to take all these green orbs, man? No matter what, he's going to use a Dokkan, then it's just going to be wasted. Oh, maybe not. Just take little orbs. Nope, not that one. Or that one. Take the blue and... Oh, man. Don't Dokkan. Don't do it. Don't do it. Yep, right at the tip there. There you go. Alright, kill Goku. All I gotta do is just kill him here. That a boy. Whew. Okay. That may not be so bad after all now. 340k with type disadvantage. Oh, good. I have 330,000 health. That would have one-shot me. Luck is on my side. Yeah, luck typically is on my side occasionally. I can't complain too much about that. Who can I max out here? I can't get Rose's full 20 SA, which sucks. So, Merge Zamasu might take the Dokkan lead here. Don't worry, guys. Have some negative 70 defense. What could possibly go wrong? Starting with an ult. Nothing like an ult right to the face. Turn 1. 20,000. Get dunked on, son. There's Chi-Chi, man. That item is just the item of all items. The MVP. Hey, not bad, not bad. I'm sure Super Battle Road, Patara, and Fusion were the easiest alone just because of having the Fusion units as it is. Like, they're the strongest LRs in the game. I mean, it pretty much goes without saying that you're going to have an easy time with them. And if you are having a hard time, you just wait enough turns and they fuse and you're good to go. Damn. Alright, I got a better ult coming off there. And we're at full health, so Frieza's going to intercept the majority of these shots. They're pretty easy without the LRs too. It'll be nice to see them when I get there. I'm trying to think of a category I may not have the best in, but I think for the most part I'm pretty good. And, of course, the only guy they choose the ult is Broly. The one guy he'll take the most damage. Let's ult him. Makes my liver... Well, I think that might be because they replay the same OST over and over and over here. Hopefully with the Super Battle Road ones past this, they change the music up a little bit. Ooh. Vegeta needs to die because Semi-Perfect Cell can't take that hit at the end there. It's everything you got, guys. You know what? Just have Semi-Perfect Cell. I don't even want him to ult. Just clear some orbs out of here for me. Yeah, the Peachy Girls is going to be kind of difficult, but if you have a good setup with them, especially the Chi-Chi and the Brawl they released, it won't be that bad. Wubba Lubba? Wubba Lubba Wubba? My Vegeta fuse and he destroyed Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta? I imagine so. Unfortunately, my Extreme Tech team has no fusion characters, as nobody in Extreme Villains ever fused. Damn it. I was really hoping that... I'll have to take a chance then. Ader, I'm going to use the last of you because you're kind of like the weakest item I have. Cell, if you could just blow him away, I'd be more than okay with that. Frieza, take that shot. Cell, take everything. And Broly. Yep, there you go. This should kill Trunks. Isn't the new Frieza Extreme Tech? He most likely is. But, like, I shouldn't have to wait a year and a half to finally have a good enough Extreme Tech team to beat this. We're beating this now. Like, every unit I'm using here is practically rainbowed out, except for my LR merged Zamasu, or not, I guess, Zamasu in black. Oh, and even then, they're 75% through the tree. I mean, that's good enough. Like, damn. Like, how many goddamn rainbow units do I need to beat this thing? Like, let's just win. Piccolo, what the f... I don't ever remember this one. Super Saiyan 2 Goku, Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, and Piccolo. What is with the oddball out? Alrighty. We got 3 items to use. Let's start this home run strong. By using both the Zamasus on this turn and Merge Zamasu, when the following turn comes, our defense is going to be very, very high. Which would also imply that most of the blockers in that team are going to come, so I can use the Usher now to make sure I stay at full health to make the next team bearable. Don't understand the Piccolo at all, but alright. Esper Extreme was tough for me since I didn't have Rose Rainbow to use movie bosses. Yeah, it's a good... Honestly, it's a very good consolation team. I think the good thing about the new Super Battle Road is you can just do them without being locked behind these, because I guarantee most people, unless you're modding these, still haven't beat a lot of these villain ones. So if they kept it like, you can't go any further without beating these, people wouldn't even be able to try the new ones. I wonder if Cell and Semi-Perfect Cell link together. Shockingly, they do. It might take a little damage here because Semi-Perfect still has to take the hit, but like I said, her defense should be very high from the previous turn. So hopefully it won't be dramatic. 48,000, 47,000, that's not too bad. Because the final team of Super Battle Road will always hit harder than all the other teams combined. Like, they'll just massively chunk you. Since he wasn't ulted, even the better. Yeah, Perfect Cell's taken nothing, 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 a little extra nothing with the side of nothing. And we were above 50, so even if Frieza gets ulted, that's a little extra nothing. Yeah, good. Take an ult for me, baby. Ah. Got Black and Zamasu back, a little extra heal. And since Merge Zamasu's on rotation too, these two merge better than anybody in the game. It's really good that Goku's at the end there. I can have everybody take the shots here, and Broly will have to take no shots from anybody by being back there. It's perfect. Now, you fool. Now you die. By doing that, though, I can't ult with Broly. God damn. Oh, well. I guess one of them dead, at least. Ow. Ow. Okay. A lot of damage there, guys. Please stop. So if I get ulted incorrectly, I die. Whew. Alright, so Vegeta's attacking twice. Let's see, no, Vegeta's attacking 1, 2, 3. And Piccolo's attacking twice, so 3 and 2. Attack out Goku and Frieza. Oh! No, this I can't have Imperfect Cell intercept all that. I lose an ult by doing this, but I'd rather Cell take all the hits, honestly. Alright, do it this way then. Gonna pop you first. Imperfect Cell's taking the shot. Nurse Chi-Chi, come along! Well, I'm not gonna Chi-Chi and heal, I only have to do one or the other. I need this so he gets as many orbs as possible, though. Good, good, and better. Excellent. Alright. Thank you for ulting the guy who doesn't need to be ulted. It's a good thing we did something. That would have just killed us right there. Game over. I thought of the shittiest meme now. Would you like to share with the class? Oh, perfect. Frieza had to have been above 50 there, without a doubt. Alright, just get Vegeta dead. That's like the minimum to ask here. And I don't feel like that's asking too much. Yes, perfect. God. I was waiting to be incorrect again. It's like, oh, if you're under 50 when the turn started, here's a 400,000 hit. Want to hear a dark humor jingle I came up with? A jingle? What? Like a song? Go for it. This isn't Super Battle Road, it's anal sex. Disgusting. You're right, that was a shitty meme. But at least it was enough for a chuckle. It's all up to Piccolo now. The green man versus the green team. That was only 1 or 2 things for Cell, so its defense should be too high, but still good enough because it's just Piccolo. Yeah, but like I thought, compared to how we used to do this, like, I could never beat this with tech. It only took me 3 tries to do this, and it looks like we're about to beat this. And I never have to use these extreme tech characters again. It's a miracle. You know what, Frieza, go ahead. You can take all those hits for me. Be a champ. Pedos and Speedos down by the beach. Pedos and Speeders watch where they reach. Alright, that's funny. The new Goku, I hope his first transformations don't have weak passives compared to God and Blue. They most likely will, if they're going to have to transform all the way to the end. I mean, maybe not weak passives, but they're not going to be, like, overwhelmingly powerful or anything like that. I know. His heal is just like, every time he comes back on rotation, it's just like, well, they aren't doing enough damage to you. You just stay alive. You cannot die. This should end Piccolo here. You were green, but I was greener. That feels kind of good. It's nice to have that just done. Especially considering that was probably the worst Super Battle Road of all of them. Especially back in the day, that was the de facto most ridiculously stupid thing there was. It's nice to have that out of the way, which means I only have to do, I believe, Ent and some other one, which will be even easier now. Well, I can do the other new ones. Huzzah! And thank you, friendos. You know, when you get that little medal out of it, I know it offers you, like, 2, like, statues you can use to gain 2 essays of somebody, but if you actually need money, like, it gives you, I believe, yeah, it gives you 20 of these. Like, if you actually really need money and you want money to last you for a while, giving up 2 super attacks for 20 Platinum Hercules statues is actually a fair deal. I did buy one of these with one of these last time. Because 20 Hercules statues, I think it's like 1 million or 1.5 million per you sell. You get 20 of them for 1. That'll keep you going for quite some time. So if you're desperately in need of money, I recommend probably buying one of these. Because, I mean, you'll get 2 essays in something eventually. You always will. But anyways, I think that'll probably be good for now. We killed Broly 30 times. We beat Tech Super Battle Road. We talked about random things. I feel like it's been pretty A-okay. So I'll probably see you fools actually very soon, considering all this stuff's dropping most likely tomorrow and the next day. Especially when all the tickets appear. You know what? I'll do one last multi-summon before we leave, because if I pull another LR, I find it funny. It won't happen, because that means I'll have pulled 4 LRs in this banner in like the last 5 multi-summons, which probably shouldn't happen, but I don't know, it feels like the smart thing, not smart thing, maybe the nice thing to do a multi-summon at the end of this. Oh yeah, here's we're looking like some pretty trash stuff right here. It's Krillin and Trunks. My favorite. A little bit of Queen, that same Perfect Cell, another Deborah, a Fat Dragon, another Perfect Cell. That guy, another Perfect Cell. Oh, yeah. I don't like when they give me androids for the, like, the guaranteed SSR. It always seems to be the thing they like to give me is androids. Not a fan of it. I'm gonna do one single, because people always say, I got an LR to single summon, so I'm gonna prove once and for all it's not possible. Yeah, base Goku. Yeah, here comes that LR. Here it comes. My single summon LR. And it's Fidel. Yeah. And I'll continue to never get an LR in a single summon. But anyways. Ugh, I'm tired. Thank you, friendos, for watching. It's been nice talking with all of you. And I will see you in the next day or two when all this stuff drops, so we can start dropping 200-something tickets on banners and hopefully get something worthwhile. So until that point, I will see you later.